Do you think the fact that glasses didn't exist for so long explains a lot of historical myths and legends?
How are you in my house?
It must take a while for a giraffe to throw up.
What? Well...
We went from using a horse to get everywhere to space in 60 years.
Oh, Jesus.
If you pee in your dream and then you wet yourself, it's a dream come true.
How do you say those words in that order?
Mike Wazowski's chin is also his crotch.
No one likes you. You know that?
You could throw a rock into a lake and be the last person to ever touch that rock for all of time. You have exactly as much willpower as you think you have.
Get out of here. See ya. Adios. Hasta la vista.
If you were invisible, you could have a perfectly normal relationship with a blind person.
Who are you?
Your skull doesn't have facial expressions. Your flesh just moves around it.
I don't like you.
Your eyelids slide so smoothly against your eye.
What?
Police should wear red and blue light-up shoes when they chase someone on foot.
Stop now.
Technically, you eat a cake from the middle outwards. You have the same amount of Olympic gold medals as most people that have been in the Olympics.
Stop.
If you put a map of your country on the floor, there will be some point on the map that is actually touching the place it's referring to. Just imagine the arguments the first colorblind person had.
I think I need to see a therapist.
Someone's therapist knows all about you.
What?
What if there are diseases in the polar ice caps that will infect humans after they melt?
Oh, Jesus.
With my own eyes, I've seen more of the surface of the moon than I have of the earth. Time heals everything, yet it slowly kills you. The only part of your reflection that you can lick is your tongue.
I hate you.
Spiders would be a lot scarier if they made hives instead of webs.
I wanted to sleep tonight.
We need glasses for deaf people that display subtitles right in front of your eyes.
Just why?
Technically, all national anthems are country music.
No.
Too many birthdays will kill you.
Make like a tree and leave. Seriously, I hate you.
Maybe time travelers have already changed history, and our past is what they think is acceptable.
What are you doing here?
If reincarnation is real, then maybe flies and other bugs like that are purposely annoying because they want to get killed so they can get reincarnated as something better.
Hold up.
Instead of looking up into the sky, you're actually gazing down into the cosmic abyss with only gravity holding you here.
No. Go back.
Falling down is basically getting hit by a planet.
What's wrong with you?
Isn't it weird how we're basically always having a mental conversation with ourselves?
Never talk.
Over 20 million soldiers never found out who won World War II.
What?
Houseplants are just pet vegetables.
Bye-bye. I hate you.
If a smoker goes into a coma for long enough, do they wake up without the craving to smoke?
You?
When I talk to someone in a dream, I have no clue what the other person is going to say, even though it's my brain creating the entire thing.
Well...
Fitbits are like Tamagotchis, except for the stupid little creature you have to keep alive is yourself.
That's depressing.
There must have been entire civilizations that never knew that water had a solid form.
Okay, Anne?
I just realized that every time I hear a "I walk into a bar" joke, I've been picturing the same bar my entire life. I wonder if that's a real bar.
Dude.
University is great. I'm an unemployed alcoholic, and my parents are proud of me.
I just don't have the energy for you today, okay?
Scary movies should put high-pitched noises that only dogs can hear, so your dogs start freaking out right before the scariest parts.
Alright, you're done.
Maybe plants are really farming us, feeding us oxygen until we eventually die and turn into mulch which they can consume.
Okay.
It's crazy that there's this giant thing in the sky and it's there all the time and we're not supposed to look at it.
Stop it.
With as much as I've used my cell phone, I don't believe it's ever made an appearance in one of my dreams.
Well...
I wonder if Tinder bots match with each other and then they have secret little conversations that no one will ever know about. A telephone makes sound faster than the speed of sound.
My therapist told me not to listen to you.
The most suspicious thing to bring on an airplane is a parachute.
No.
When you step on the road, you are stepping on an unbroken web of asphalt that extends over almost the entire continent.
So you should leave, probably now.
Does anyone remember the last few seconds before you fall asleep?
Where do you come from?
Imagine how many GoPros are waiting to be found in snowy mountains containing the last moments of people's lives.
I need to sit.
Your shadow is confirmation that light has traveled 93 million miles unobstructed, only to be deprived of reaching the ground because of you.
Shut up.
If you kill a murderer, the number of murderers stays the same.
No.
Do not touch must be a terrifying thing to read in Braille. To dinosaurs, we live in a post-apocalyptic future.
Can you stop talking?
You're always starving to death. Eating just resets the timer. You have probably never formally introduced yourself to your siblings.
The door's that way.
The song stuck in your head right now is just the song playing at the hospital where you're being treated for a coma.
Oh my god. You?
Food doesn't go bad. Something else just starts eating it before you do.
Bro.
People are like slinkies. Even though almost all of them have no purpose, it's still fun to watch them get pushed down the stairs.
Shut up.
Our ultimate goal is to make everyone as sad as possible when we die. At age 30, you've spent a month having birthdays.
Stop it.
The world wars started and ended with an Austrian guy dying. My dad has probably been wearing his leather jacket for longer than the cow that it came from.
Okay, that one hurt my brain.
Mosquitoes are like dirty used needles that can fly.
Leave.
Your eyes never stop seeing. You just cover them with a flap of skin.
You again?
I bet a lot of animals need glasses, and we just don't know about it.
Seriously, how do you get in?
The number of people older than you is constantly shrinking. There will be thousands of thoughts that people have had about you that you will never know.
Well,
Blind people don't see black. They see nothing. Like you trying to see out of your elbow.
okay, that made my brain hurt. Can you just...
A successful marriage ends with watching the other person die. Bean bags are just boneless sofas. If you rob a store naked as a minor, no one could watch the security footage without committing a crime. Cells multiply by dividing. If all goes well, your car will never touch another car.
You again?
One day, you could be the last person alive in your group chat.
That was depressing.
Beer is just water with a yeast infection.
Duh.
High school kids can find drug dealers, but cops can't.
Can you just shut...
If everything in the universe suddenly doubled in size, no one would notice. The word crisp starts at the back of your mouth and ends at the front.
No.
Second guessing yourself is your brain telling your brain not to listen to your brain.
Stop.
The only way to prove you're mortal is by dying. The opposite of attempted murder is unprotected sex.
No.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa is just an italicized building.
Leave. Oh.
Wearing a seatbelt makes you more likely to die of cancer.
Leave me alone.
Everything that you have ever lost is still somewhere out there.
How many times has this been?
Australians are just feral British people.
Holy crap.
Every single odd number has the letter E in it. The night is the natural state of the universe. The day is just an anomaly created by the sun.
No.
The cure for cancer might be inside of a mind that doesn't have the education to show it. When the oldest person alive today was born, the Earth was populated by an entirely different group of people.
I said leave.
Tables are just plates.
That's it.
Traditions are just peer pressure from dead people.
Leave.
The sun could have blown up 7 minutes ago.
No.
You physically can't snap your fingers inside your mouth.
You're gonna ruin Christmas for me.
There was a moment in your life where your mom put you down and never picked you up again.
Okay, that one was depressing.
Horses walk on their fingernails.
Oh, dude.
A dustpan does its job, even when you're not using it.
You're killing me.
Minecraft is older than South Sudan. No one has ever been inside of an empty room.
La 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 la.
Do blind people turn the lights on when they come home?
Ah.
Your future self is probably talking shit about you.
Stop.
Refrigerators are just domesticated winter. Most people are made on beds, born on beds, and die on beds.
Bro.
If we never learned a language, how would we think?
Oh, I thought you were gone for good.
If your dad gives you sex advice, he's telling you how to pleasure your mom.
That's gross.
When you're traveling at 100 kilometers an hour on a freeway, the only thing separating you from death is a painted yellow line.
I need better friends.
In the phrase, don't objectify women, the object of the sentence is women. Hundreds of thousands of people had their last birthday today.
Dude.
It's not premarital sex if you don't get married.
No.
What if the earth is spiking a fever to get rid of its infection? You're not ugly. You're just not your type. Almost 100% of the world doesn't know or care that you exist.
Bye.
What if anesthetic doesn't make the pain of surgery go away? It just makes you forget that it happened.
You again?
Reading is basically just looking at a dead tree and hallucinating.
What is this, like the 10th time?
Your fingers are slowly 3D printing your nails.
Seriously, how do you get in?
If you put a tea bag in a hot tub, it is now tea.
No.
You may already own an article of clothing that you die in.
Yeah. I don't like him either.
Because of Deadpool's regenerative powers, I'm willing to bet he's uncircumcised. Beer is drinkable bread.
Okay, that made my brain hurt.
The average human only experiences 70 to 80 Christmases, so don't waste them.
I think I need a therapist.
Old folks' homes are also orphanages. Honestly, I really miss sleep. Like,
Can you just...
there are places in your house that you have never touched. Any stairway is a stairway to heaven if you're clumsy enough.
No.
Future children are gonna wonder why Santa lives in the middle of an ocean. Someone will die of cancer the day a cure for cancer is made. I'm gonna name my kid Mark, so I can leave a mark on this world. A giant 6-ton monster with a tentacle and spikes growing out of his face sounds a lot scarier than an elephant.
Well,
Cheese is just a loaf of milk.
that's it. I'm moving.
Waterboarding at Guantanamo Bay sounds super dope if you don't know what either of those things are.
Yeah, my mom said I can't hang out with you anymore, so you should probably just...
100 years from now, Facebook is going to be full of dead people.
Yeah, see, this is why she said that.
There are more bacteria cells in your body than human cells.
Dude, you gotta stop, honestly.
What if one day my dog turned to me and said, "No one is going to believe you," and then he never spoke again?
I don't like that. No.
I should make a list of my favorite films and videos so that when I'm older and I have memory loss, I can have someone put that list on repeat and I can have my mind blown every day. If I touch my phone in the right places, a pizza will appear at my door. I wonder if I've already had the best day of my life.
Is this why other kids don't hang out with you?